Are you ready?
I am so ready.
Nice. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Gaming with the Bros podcast.
Episode 30, and what a big week it has been.
Yes, it has been an excellent week for news, and it's just been an awesome week. Of course, we're going to talk.
Everything we've been going for. This is it right here.
Minus like some solid Nintendo news, but hey, I'll take it, man. We'll talk about here in a little bit, but I mean the PS5. We know what it looks like.
What a machine that thing is.
The collars are popped on this bad boy.
They're completely popped. We got the fridge, we got the toaster, we got the
we're gonna talk a little bit about IGN's Summer of Gaming and of course the big PS5 reveal coming up later in the show. Mm-hmm. My name is Harrison. I'm with my brother Nick as always. Yes, welcome to the show, Nick.
Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate it. So before we get to the big news and what we've been playing, how's your week been?
It has been a fantastic week. Work-wise, it's kind of been the same. Still working from home, all that good stuff. Mm-hmm. But this weekend, my parents had gotten us a gift certificate to stay at a cabin in one of our local wineries. And we haven't been able to use it just because, we were supposed to use it within like the first 6 months. But since with COVID and everything going on, they closed for I think 3 or 4 weeks is what the lady had said. Okay. So we were finally able to do it. Dad ended up calling them, and they were open. So we got a spot reserved for us. So we went on Saturday. Friday night we kind of just chilled out or whatever, and then got up early on Saturday and took the kids over to my parents' house, and they spent the night. So we got there around 2:00, and we got settled in. The cabin was super nice. It was a two bedroom cabin, which Mom and Dad said if you want to take another couple or something you can. And we're like, no, it's just gonna be us. Because believe it or not, we've been together for 7 years, and this is the second trip that we've been on by ourselves together.
Oh my God!
And the first one was I think we were 3 or 4 months dating or something like that. And we went to Ohio. So
to Ohio.
Yeah. So it was kind of like our pre-honeymoon because we plan on doing like something big next year.
Yeah.
Probably around like May or June. But yeah, it was super nice. We got checked in. The cabin was beautiful. Like we said, it had two bedrooms and stuff. Mm-hmm. Had like a huge porch so you could see all the whole vineyard and stuff. Had like a little fire pit. Had like a little charcoal grill.
Nice.
Very nice. It was only about 40 minutes away, which was awesome because I mean you go to the beach or Florida or something. Yeah, it's always awesome to go on vacation, but that drive back is always
just terrible.
Not brutal, but like it's always like you're spending 4 or 5 hours like back to the real world,
Yeah.
So after we got checked in, we went over to the winery area and sat at the bar, and we did like a wine tasting. We tried 11 different wines. I'm not a wine drinker at all. Mm-hmm. I'll drink wine very occasionally. There was some good stuff. There was some nasty stuff. Like I'm not a big like red wine drinker. Like I drink some white wines. But they had the two that we really enjoyed were these muscadine wine. It's like a very sweet wine.
I figured.
Really good. It was. I told Brittany too, because you remember back in the day, at Nana and Papa's house, like that grapevine that they had at the edge of you might have been. I feel like you were probably old enough to remember. There was like a grapevine right. You remember where we got married? Like in that corner, mm-hmm. There used to be like an old muscadine grapevine that used to grow there.
I think I remember a little bit.
So I remember that smell. It was very nostalgic when I took the first sip of it. It was awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, because
I instantly realized.
Yeah, I was like, this is exactly what I remember smelling back in the day.
Yeah.
So we ended up doing the wine tasting, whatever. and they had a couple like Miller Lights and stuff, Mick Ultra's there. So we ended up drinking a few beers and kind of listening to the DJ play. There was like a ton of people out on the lawn and stuff. So we spent a few hours there and then went back to the the cabin,
Yeah.
and we opened up one of the bottles of wine and drank it, and then Dad had packed us he packed like a whole bunch of like sandwiches and chips, and he got like some really good ribeyes and stuff that I cooked on the charcoal grill.
Nice.
And after we ate that, we cracked open the second bottle and
Man.
and did like a fire pit and stuff, which was super cool because they had the fire pit completely filled up with like leaves and a couple of logs and stuff, and then they had like a little section right next to it that had like tons of already chopped logs that were super dry, so it was like it lit up like super quick.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was pretty awesome. We ended up just watching after we finished that second bottle, we ended up just watching like some TV and stuff.
Nice.
But yeah, it was a super nice weekend, and then came home and I did some yard work and stuff. But yeah, it was a great week. Great week. How about yours?
Nice to get away a little bit.
Yeah, it was definitely, it was much needed. I mean, usually like on Friday and Saturdays we'll have some drinks and chill, but we don't have to worry about kids and all that good stuff. It's a whole different vibe. Like it's just like you feel like you're a completely different person,
Right.
when you're kid free.
It's a different kind of relaxation.
Exactly. How was your week?
Mine was pretty good. Work has been chill. I mean, auditing in the summer is pretty easy. Yeah, it's just a bunch of SOX compliance stuff, which is
and you're still working from home, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool.
I think we're gonna be working from home until 2021.
You think so?
Yep, because our biggest client, they're going back into work in September, but they're going to use our audit room as like a way to social distance. So they're going to put some of their employees in there, so we won't even have a space to go back to.
Oh wow. Yeah, I think that's probably what it's looking like for us. I think I was talking to one of my buddies today. I just IM'd him to see how he was doing, and he said that he had heard some talks of them. I wouldn't necessarily say permanent work from home, but just for quite a while. Just because I mean we have everything, so I mean there's really not
a big need.
Not a point. I mean there's so many applications you can use to Skype and Zoom, and I mean, yeah, it's kind of nice to have that social interaction with people. But I mean for the most part now, I mean I still hang out. We still go over to mom and dad's house. I mean we've hung out with a couple of our friends too. I mean you just got to be careful, I guess. And the CDC had said. They came out and said that it's really very unlikely that you'll actually catch it from like a hard surface or something. It's more just people that can really spread it.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's possible to catch it from like a surface, but it's not quite
it's not likely.
Yeah, I don't think it's quite as high as they initially thought.
Yeah, which is good. Which is good.
So I mean. So I mean, like at first it was like, yeah, I kind of miss people and talking to people, but now that we've even the restaurants have opened up more so now. We've eaten out a couple times, and I mean, it's almost, you almost don't even think about it anymore unless I go to the store and see people with masks on.
But, see, I think we have to wear masks in stores here.
Yeah, some places do. I haven't encountered that yet here. From going to like Walmart and Home Depot and stuff, Food Line, stuff like that. I haven't encountered that. I mean, a lot of people do wear masks, but
yeah, we're pretty much wearing them whenever we're inside somewhere. And so is everybody else.
Yeah.
Around here. But yeah, we've been hanging out with friends. We've been doing it in parks. Like we have a park like really really close to us, so we'll go over there and like drink some wine or beers and just kind of chill out.
Yeah.
Chit chat and stuff, but. Yeah, I mean, it's been good. This week's been good. Went to a new skate park in Maryland.
Oh, cool.
Sunday, which was, man, this place was phenomenal.
And they were open and stuff?
Yeah, it was just like, it was a, it was just in a park.
So you didn't have to like pay to get in or anything like that?
No, it was outdoors.
Oh, okay.
And I think it was like a Parks and Rec type of skate park where it's funded by the city.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. There aren't really any skate parks up here that, you have to pay to get into because they're all mandated by the city, which is cool.
Okay. Yeah, that's nice.
It's not like a 915 skate park where
Yeah.
you pay $10 to go into a warehouse and skates and.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I guess you pay for like not having to sweat as much in the sun, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. No, it was a good weekend. It was really good.
Good.
All right, you want to jump into? I know you haven't been playing much, but
Yeah, I'll start off first. I have been playing Spider-Man. It's funny, man, because like here I was a couple weeks ago saying that, you know, Red Dead, I just didn't have time for an open world game right now, but Spider-Man, dude, I am like
you're all
so in love with this game. Like I've beaten it already.
Oh crap!
Yeah, I've beaten it. I'm 100%ing right now. I'm doing like all the missions. I've done
Dang.
all the missions. I'm just they have like in each, so it's broken up. I mean, it's still an open world, but it's broken up into districts like Harlem and, you know, the Upper East Side and stuff like that. And within each district, there's something called like Sable. It's like a little private army. I don't want to spoil it for anybody that hasn't played it. There's their missions, and they're kind of like random encounters almost. So there's that. There's like thugs that escaped from prison. And there's a couple other things, and they're all pretty varied in what they are. I mean, some are like on the rooftop and you just fight. Some you're disarming a bomb. Some is like an accident that you have to go fight these thugs and have to rescue some civilians. So they're pretty well balanced. It doesn't get really boring at all. But there's usually there's four different types of enemies, and there's usually 5 each. So there's a lot of stuff. So I'm going in and trying to 100% each district. And you're still, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I haven't looked at the list yet. So I don't know exactly what the trophies are, but I'm at least 100%ing what I see within the game itself.
Gotcha.
And then I just found out that there's like secret photos that you can take. So that's like another 50. So I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that, but yeah, man, the story's great. What's going on, Noodles? The story is great. I've said it before, but they nailed like the feeling of Spider-Man just flying through like water towers and stuff, and it like you go through the actual poles and stuff, and like with the ladder, like the escape ladders on the side of buildings, you can like fly through that. It's so seamless.
Oh, that's cool.
And even if you make a mistake swinging, it doesn't really punish you too bad. Because most of the time you'll just end up running on the wall, and then you can just kind of jump off and kind of do your own thing. And I think last week I started, and then I found a mission where you have to collect like some birds or something. And those were a lot of fun because you're pretty much just chasing the birds like around the town. There's only like 12 of them, so it's not too bad. But all the missions are different, and they're varied enough to where it never gets boring. They're pretty interesting. All the side mission, like all the side characters you meet, are pretty cool.
That's good to hear.
So I plan on, because I got the Game of the Year edition, so I want to do the 3 DLCs. We'll see, because I know The Last of Us comes out Friday.
Yeah, we need to talk about that too.
So, and that's gonna be a day one. I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to play. I'll probably play a little bit on Friday and then a little bit on Sunday. But we'll see how much I can get through that. But I'm trying to get at least through Spider-Man, and then I've also got what is it? The Uncharted Lost Legacy.
Oh, you bought it?
I bought it. It was like $10 or something.
I might pick. I've been thinking about picking that up.
And I've heard like such great things about it. Just because Uncharted 4 was fantastic, but it was a little bit too long.
Yeah.
It was very long in the tooth. It was just it was, I don't know, it was like 10 hours too long or something. And a lot of Uncharted's have that feeling where it just goes on like just a little bit too long.
I think I clocked in at like 18 hours for the story, and I felt like that was like at least a few hours too long.
Exactly. Well, especially Uncharted 4. Like I wasn't necessarily fatigued about it because they're pretty spaced out. You know, 4 or 5 years in between each one. But yeah, towards the end, I was just like, oh my gosh, you know, let's go ahead and end this. But I've heard that Lost Legacy is like not long, but it's a good time frame. So
Yeah, I really need to pick that up because I've been itching to play some Naughty Dog games. Today I've been watching like all the cutscenes from Last of Us 1 just to kind of get myself up to speed because I played Last of Us like 3 or 4 years ago. Hey, buddy. Yeah, so I am I'm down for some Naughty Dog. I know I was kind of undecided, but I'm day oneing Last of Us 2.
oh
For
yeah.
yeah, I can't not do it. Plus, I'm going down to Charleston, not this weekend, but next weekend, and then down to Florida right after that. So I'm gonna try to beat it in a week. I heard it was kind of
doable.
long. I heard it was like 25 hours ish.
Yeah. That's kind of what I expect. I think that's kind of where the first one was. It was around like the 15 to 20 hour mark, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to check that out. I'm super excited for that.
So pumped.
But yeah, Spider-Man is fantastic, and with obviously the reveal of the Morales game.
Yeah.
Which we'll talk about that in a little bit, but I cannot wait, dude. I cannot wait for it.
I need to play Spider-Man.
I think I know it's on sale right now. I think it's like $15-20 on the shop. For the Game of Year edition. So even if you just purchase it now and then wait or something, I don't know. But I feel like you really do need to play it just to get that story. If you I mean, I don't know after the reveal if that convinced you to get a PS5 sooner than you thought or whatever, but or getting that over the Xbox. We'll talk about that later. But
yeah. I have some things to say.
Yeah. So yeah, that's been pretty much what I've been playing. We'll probably pick up Luigi's Mansion again this week. Mm-hmm. I just been really going hard on Spider-Man last week. So yeah, as I said. So what have you been playing?
So I've been continuing my freaking journey through Xenoblade, and I love it. Like I really really love it. I'm ready to get to the end of it.
Yeah.
Because I just want to see how it ends. Like the story has gotten so good that I just want to see like how it progresses and how it ends up. I don't know why I felt guilty about this first, but like I wasn't really having a problem with the combat at all. Like I wasn't struggling much, but I just wanted to get through the fights faster. So I turned the combat down to casual mode, and like it makes the battles go like much quicker than they would normally. And it's not like I wasn't struggling, but I was just like, okay, I want to get through these fights, and especially near the end of the game, it kind of drags. Like you're going through like three huge dungeons in a row, and you're not really going through like open world areas like you were in the beginning of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of dragged a little bit. So I was just like, all right, let me speed this part up and kind of get to the big story moments. So I'm pretty close to the end. I think I'm on like chapter 15 out of 17. So
what's your time in the game total right now?
35 hours.
Pretty acceptable. Yeah.
That's definitely on like the quicker end from what I've read. Like some people are like, yeah, it took me like 70 or 80 hours to beat the game. I guess they did like a bunch of side content, but I haven't done much side quests outside of like things that I've conveniently been able to complete. Because a lot of like I talked about this before, but a lot of the side quests are just fetch quests or go here and kill this.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think I'm gonna finish this week. If not, I'm not gonna play it until after The Last of Us.
Yeah, with RPGs and JRPGs and stuff like that, like sometimes once you get that far into the game, it can seem like it can drag on with I don't know some of the missions and like the fighting and stuff. So I can definitely understand that.
And I'd feel more comfortable putting this down and picking it up later than I would putting The Last of Us down.
Yeah, that's just a game that you just gotta just get through. I mean, you just gotta push through it.
Yeah.
Not that it's going to be a struggle to push through it, but you just want to. I don't know. It's even like Uncharted. Like it'd be kind of hard just to put it down and then come back to it like 3 weeks later because you would forget the story. You wouldn't really know what's going on. So
yeah. But the other thing I've been playing, well, I played it for 2 hours because that was the only time I was allotted. But Session, the
Okay.
skateboarding simulation game,
Yep.
is coming out on Wednesday this week.
I did download the trial.
Yeah, and they gave out like a free trial of 2 hours. I love it. I think it plays more realistically than skate, which is what I want.
Yeah.
There's some bugs and some kinks that I think need to be worked out, and the physics are kind of weird when you fall and when you like try to lock into grinds. But there's a lot of different options in the settings that you can change around to make things easier, more accessible.
Because it's an Xbox game preview game, right?
Yeah, it's an Xbox preview, which means it's not fully complete.
Right.
And they have like a disclaimer where they're like, if you're not okay with this version, then you can get a refund.
Yeah, it's like Steam's, it's like Xbox's version of like the early what is it called?
Early access.
Early access, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like Steam's version of that.
Yeah.
Or
Xbox's it's really good.
Version.
And I'm gonna pick it up on Wednesday.
Cool. Do you know how much is it a full price game? Is it $40?
It's $20.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
See,
does it have like a story or anything, or is it just kind of like a little playground of?
It's just a playground.
Gotcha. I mean, that's nothing wrong with that. I mean, skate doesn't really have a story either.
When I get back to play skate, I don't get back to play for a story.
No. But although I would really like, I don't know, man, like a really really great like skateboarding like story mode or something.
Kind of like what they do with like 2K, where they have like the legacy story.
Yeah, something like that. Or I mean, I even like the story like kind of like the Project 8 or something like that, or for Tony Hawk. I mean, those are some pretty cool stuff. It was like a kid in a cul-de-sac or whatever.
And then you get up and you get an amateur.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Something like that. Hopefully after if Tony Hawk 1 and 2 remaster do well, hopefully that'll like push Activision into making a full-fledged sequel, something reboot. I would assume it's probably gonna be a reboot at this point.
Yeah, I think.
But I don't know, man.
I'm sure Tony Hawk would be down. That guy's down to do anything.
Yeah. I do. I love like just hearing anything about Tony. It seems like such a genuine dude.
Man, seeing him on Twitter, like the existential crisis, Tony Hawk. Everyone's like, dude, you kind of look like Tony Hawk.
Oh, it's because I am. I wonder whatever happened to that guy. He's like, I'm right here.
Hey guys. Aside from Session, I downloaded Fitness Boxing for the Switch.
Okay.
It was on sale, and it's pretty good. I haven't played much of it, and I'm still unlocking stuff. But it's like, it starts out with like the jab, and then the regular punch or cross, whatever it's called, and then you start to learn uppercuts and right hooks, left hooks, all this stuff, and you're kind of going along to beats of songs. So. And you're
just using your Joy-Cons.
Yeah, you're just using the Joy-Cons. Okay. Me and Alicia have been playing together.
Has there been any game since
1-2 Switch?
No, Ring Fit Adventure that uses the ring?
No.
That was just exclusively for I'm surprised they haven't. Considering like how well that thing, well, I mean, granted it sold super well because of COVID, but yeah, I'm surprised nothing else has used it.
I don't know if they can. I don't know if it's like a proprietary thing that third-party developers can't take advantage of.
Yeah, maybe. Oh well. Yeah, I've been doing like a ton of running and stuff, and I started doing like the 100 sit-up a day challenge, I guess.
Nice.
So like the first couple days were kind of brutal.
How many days have you done it for?
I started on Tuesday, so almost a week.
Nice.
I ended up doing, I did 50 on Saturday, like after we got back to the cabin for like the first time after we checked in.
Oh, God.
And I was like in my khaki shorts and stuff, and I was just trying to do it real quick, and I was like, I'm good. I'll just
take a break.
Yeah, just take a break. So I've been doing that, but so yeah, how does it compare to Ring Fit in terms of the feeling of getting like a good exercise in?
I think it's a better cardio exercise.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Ring Fit, you're kind of jogging, but you can feel a little bit exhausted. well, not
Yeah.
exhausted. But you can feel a little tired after a couple of levels.
But I think it was mostly because of the moves you were doing rather than like you moving around.
Yeah, yeah.
Does that make sense? I don't know. Like I haven't felt completely exhausted from fitness boxing yet, but granted, I'm just in the early stages of the game and
Mm-hmm.
there's not like a ton going on. But I played it for 30 minutes and burned like 350 calories. So
Okay.
it's not bad compared to like a normal workout that I do. It's
Yeah.
pretty much right on par.
Yeah, I'm ready. I mean, I was going to the gym at my work, but I'm ready to get back to like a proper gym and do some stuff. But
Ready to pump some iron.
just kind of do some free weights and stuff like that. But yeah, I've been trying to just run and kind of at least keep my cardio up and stuff like that.
Nice.
But anything else that you have been playing?
That is it.
Perfect. Well, let's go ahead and jump into the news then.
Let's do it. Let's get into this.
So let's start with I'll tell you what, we'll start with they dropped the new Paper Mario trailer. They dropped that gameplay trailer. Did you happen to check it out?
I did.
You did.
Yeah.
How do you feel now about it? With the ring combat system, it's a little weird.
Well, I had looked at some like not leaked content.
Yeah.
I was on like the Paper Mario Reddit when the first trailer was dropped, and they had some videos that were like published in Germany and France and some other countries that showed more of the combat system. So I kind of already knew that it was going to be ring based like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it could be really cool. What is it like? It's like a puzzle at first, where you're getting the enemies into place,
Yeah.
and then it kind of takes on the role of traditional Super Mario combat. So it's kind of like blending old and new.
Yeah, I'm kind of two minds with that. Like, it looks cool and interesting, but when you're, I don't know, more than halfway through the game, like, is that going to get tiring to have to line everything up correctly and then attack? So I don't know.
Yeah, it would make for some cool speedruns though.
Yeah, it would. So I'm still gonna get it day one. It looks really cool. Like, just going through the environment looks really awesome.
Looks beautiful.
The bosses are super weird, like tape
like
and colored pencils and it's a stapler. Like, it's weird.
It's
but
exactly what I want out of.
Yeah. I mean, Paper Mario.
It's
I'm ready for like weird stuff. I'm ready for a ton of paper puns.
Especially after The Last of Us, I'm gonna be ready for like the most colorful game.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I can't wait to play it. But yeah, I just want to hear your thoughts on the combat system, because it was.
I'm not turned off by it if that's what you're asking. Like, I'm still in on it. I think it's gonna be a good game. I hope they have like their redemption.
Yeah, and then I think it was the the toads, like when you collect the toads and stuff, they can help you in the fight too, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, and you have partners, like you have.
Yeah, your traditional like Paper Mario partners and stuff like that. So
yeah,
I'm excited. I can't wait to play it.
Yeah, got a lot of things to look forward to in the next few months, which is surprising given no games normally come out in summer, but now we've got Last of Us, Paper Mario.
Yeah, and then I mean we got Ghost of Tsushima, same day as Paper Mario.
Yeah.
So, which I still want to get, but I may wait
till like a Black Friday sale.
May wait for Black Friday to see if it goes on sale, and see if it's good or not as well too.
Yeah.
You want to jump into IGN's Summer of Gaming stuff real quick? Kind of just highlight some stuff that we saw. So IGN's been doing, I think they're on day 4 now of their Summer of Gaming events. Lot of like indie stuff, which is cool, because I mean, I think that's a lot of what people were afraid of, is with E3 not happening. A lot of like indie titles weren't going to have that platform to be on to get noticed and recognized and stuff like that. So
yeah,
lot of indie stuff. Anything in particular that kind of jumped out to you?
I can't say anything in particular jumped out. I mean, I'm just trying to think of what has been announced.
I saw that that Hellsinger game looks pretty cool. It's like that Doom meets like Rock Band or something like that. It's like a rhythm-based game,
Oh,
but like
yeah,
you
I
shoot
remember that
based
one.
on like the score is like the shooting's based on like the sound and stuff. Like you have to keep up with the beat and stuff like that. So that's I mean, it looked interesting. Like as soon as they played it, it was like it looked exactly like Doom.
Yeah, it looked like a straight rip of Doom.
You're all finished. You said hi to Nick Nick.
Hey, Kellen. Oh. Hey, buddy.
He can't hear you. So that looked cool. That's honestly all I can really remember. I'm trying to just look through everything.
They Destroy All Humans got some new gameplay.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Which I'm curious about. I do want to check that out at least. Because I do remember playing that game back in the day. It was a lot of fun. It was like kind of like a open sandbox game where you could just kind of mess with humans and stuff. Okay, buddy. SpongeBob rehydrated demo gameplay looked cool.
Oh, The Last Campfire, which is made by the same people who made No Man's Sky.
Oh, Hello Games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
I didn't see the new trailer, but I do remember seeing that at what was it, Nintendo's Nindy?
I think so. Yeah, I think it was
Okay.
Nintendo's. Oh, speaking of Hello Games, I downloaded No Man's Sky and played like just an hour of it.
Yeah, I did too. How is it?
Still kind of
Well, I've never played it, so I don't have like that. I don't know what it was like before.
I can tell it's different,
mm-hmm.
but the opening sequence felt kind of the same and still felt overly obtuse and long. Like you just want to get out of that world that you're on, right?
Yeah.
So they should make that as easy as possible.
Yeah.
But did you like it?
No, I haven't. I just downloaded it. I haven't actually played it yet.
Oh, okay.
I downloaded that and like Kingdom Hearts like 2.543 17. I don't even know. Like I even tried to like look at like what games they were, and I still didn't have. I had no idea. I mean,
Figure it out one day.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Anything else from summer of gaming?
I'm trying to look through everything that was announced today, and I don't see anything that really stood out.
I think it's going on for at least another few days, right?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe they'll have something big at the end or something. I don't know.
Yeah, a big reveal.
Which I mean, I didn't really expect much from it. I know they did announce like how the smart delivery for Xbox worked. Yeah, I didn't really expect much of it. I expected it more to be like kind of indie stuff, which it was. But so
yeah, after Microsoft announced that they were going to have like a big first party event in July, I was like, yeah, none of this is going to be present at.
Yeah, which I mean, after Microsoft's debacle of a show with their reveal stuff, my kind of hype level for Sony's event was kind of muddled, I guess. I didn't want to go into it and expecting everything and then be disappointed. I just was like, okay, I'll just check it out, whatever. So
speaking of which,
let's take like a couple minute break.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab a drink and then we'll come back and talk about the good stuff. All right, so let's jump back into it. We're gonna talk about we're kind of gonna go through the list of everything that got released because announced. There was a ton of stuff that got announced. Some good stuff, some weird stuff, but yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it.
Right.
So they started off with GTA 5.
Why? Why did they start with GTA?
Their whole thing was next generation PS5, and I understand that Grand Theft Auto is a huge game, but I feel like it was just trying to get on to Rockstar's good side, I guess.
I'm so tired of seeing Grand Theft Auto 5 everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I don't need to. And I played the single player Grand Theft Auto 5. I've never touched the multiplayer. I know a lot of people love the multiplayer, but I mean, God, at some time, like,
Just give it a
Do we
rest.
do we need it on the PS5? I mean, I don't know. I don't
You'll be cool on on the PS5, GTA 6.
know. Yeah,
You know,
we'll see that in a few years.
maybe maybe.
So the next game they announced Spider-Man Miles Morales, which okay, so when I initially saw the trailer and stuff, I thought this was like a full-on sequel to Spider-Man. Um, but it was more, and it was kind of weird because I think IGN put like an article that it was an expansion, and then they kind of redid it and said no, it's a kind of like a standalone game where it's going to be not as quite as expensive as a full price title, but or maybe not. It might be $60. I don't know, but it's not going to be as big as a full priced sequel or a full sequel.
Kind
It's
of
going to
like
be like
Uncharted.
Lost Legacy or whatever.
Yeah.
Just like that. So their messaging was a little bit weird. Sony's messaging has just been really weird lately. I don't know what's been going on with them, but
I had an inkling that it wasn't a full game because
yeah,
I feel like they would have said Spider-Man 2 or
right,
something. I mean,
yeah, that makes
either
sense.
way though, that's really exciting and
Yeah.
a great way to open the show.
Oh yeah, it was super awesome. It looks great. I mean, going through Spider-Man now, I think that's what caught me in the moment. It's just like I was already pretty hyped
Yeah.
for Spider-Man because I had just finished it like that night before. I was like, oh, I'm ready for it. I'm so ready for it. And just the way they handle Miles like in the game is awesome.
Yeah.
So, you want to go ahead and talk about the next couple ones?
Yeah. So next up was Gran Turismo 7. After that was Ratchet and Clank.
I've never played a Gran Turismo game. I drive every day, so I'm good.
You cannot make me care about a driving game other than like a kart racer.
Yeah, I mean, I know they're gorgeous.
Burnout.
They're gorgeous showcase games for next generation. I know like stuff like Forza, it handles great with all like the different weather effects and stuff like that. I personally just don't really give a darn about racing games.
It's a graphical showcase.
It is, and they can be more than that too. They're handled great and stuff like that. But and maybe I need to play one with like a racing wheel or something. Maybe that'll change my mind.
Yeah, maybe.
But those things are also like $200, so I'm not gonna
invest
get super invested with that. But something that I may not like. So that and God, Gran Turismos are like notorious for taking like 10 years to make. So who knows when we'll see that.
Next up was Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and this one looks really cool. I played the 2016 reboot of Ratchet and Clank and loved that one. This one like takes advantage of the PS5 with ray tracing, and it uses dimensional rifts, so you can kind of change the world around you seamlessly, which is pretty sweet. Like that game looks like it's running on a very powerful console. I'll just say that.
Yeah, it looks gorgeous. I've never played a Ratchet and Clank game. I think I played the demo of one of them, like way back when. But it looks gorgeous. Like I do actually want to play it. Yeah, it looks really cool with the teleporting and stuff like that. Yeah, it looks good. And it looks like it's more, from what I've seen in the past, it looks like the environments are more lived in. There's actually like creatures and stuff and whatever running around. So yeah, I mean, I guess the power of the PS5, I don't know. It looks really good though.
It does. And the next up is Project Athea, which was a third-person game. All I wrote was insane, and I started because it looked interesting, but I don't really remember much about it.
Yeah, it was like that. It was like a scene of like I don't know, an average like white-looking protagonist in front of like a huge door or something, and there's like a whole bunch of wolves running in the forest, and they end up meeting up with him, and then he turns into like a werewolf or something. That was kind of all I remember. I don't know.
Yeah, looks potentially cool. I don't
know.
But
it's Square Enix and Luminous Productions. And then the description says werewolf-like creatures, and there's flying sections. I don't know. We'll see. It's exclusive to the PS5.
Yeah. Next up is Stray, which is a cat simulator. I really don't know. It could be a misleading preview, but
Yeah, I mean, which is, I always think it's cool when you see games do this, where you're a smaller creature within a world that you see like kind of a bigger perspective. I've always wanted to play that Deadly Creatures game on the Wii, where you play as like
yeah.
the spider and the snake, but apparently it's like super rare to find. So I've always wanted to play that. I do enjoy this type of games, where you have a very small perspective on a much larger world.
Mhm.
So yeah, it looked interesting.
Yeah, for sure. And then this one, God, this
This
name
is
kind of sucks.
It was the worst name. I laughed out loud literally when the name came on screen. Returnal. I don't know. It's a new franchise from Sony.
Break the cycle is the theme of the game.
Yeah, it's kind of like you're reliving her death over and over again, but you're learning new things every time. It looked interesting.
So is it a roguelike third-person shooter then?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it puts you in scenarios and you can maybe do stuff a different way than you did before. Maybe kind of learn on that, but your character, you're also learning about other characters within the world as well. So yeah, I mean, it looked interesting.
Yeah, visually it looked really cool. Combat-wise, it looked a little samey.
Yeah,
That's the only real
a little
criticism
bit.
I have of that trailer, but
Yeah, worst fame on this list, just absolutely garbage.
for sure. Another
Returnal.
not great name, Sackboy, A Big Adventure, which is I just wrote Mario.
Yeah, it looked exactly like Mario 3D World,
Yep.
that was on the Wii U and then on the Switch.
Sony always
No,
does
that
stuff
was
like
not on the
this.
Switch, is it? Is it
No,
Mario?
it's not.
No, it's not. Yeah, the one on Wii U.
Sony always does something like this, where they kind of rip a game franchise from Nintendo. So it could
Well,
be good.
what was
But,
their other one they did?
well, okay, they did all like the Wii Sports ripoffs.
Oh yeah, and then Battle Royale, All Stars, whatever.
Yeah. Oh wait, their Smash Bros. Game.
Yeah, the Smash Bros. Game, which God, that game should have been awesome, but it just wasn't. Uh, it looked cool. I've never really gotten into a Big Planet game. I've only played like I think the first or second one. It might have been the demo, I think. So they didn't really go into whether or not there's going to be like level building or if it's just like a standalone story.
Mhm.
But I mean, like we said, it looked like Mario 3D World, which is a fantastic game. So
Yeah, it looked pretty polished.
yeah, so
Really
I
good.
mean, it might be great. Who knows? And it's got co-op in too, so
Even better.
could be cool.
This one was pretty interesting. It's called Destruction All Stars, and to me, it reminded me of like Hogwarts on Halo.
When
Kind
they
of mixed with
first
Fortnite.
started playing this, I thought it was like a Vigilante 8 sequel from the Nintendo 64. Do you remember that game? Where it's like the car.
Vigilante?
It's on the N64. It's like a car combat game. But you get like guns and stuff. It's really cool. I mean, it was for the 64, so it was a wild thought, but it was cool. But this looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks pretty. I thought it was that Sony rollerblading game. Do you remember that? Like that sports rollerblading game around
That
the big stadium?
roll it like
Or not
Inline?
not Sony, Ubisoft.
Inline?
Kind of. Well, they're gliding. It's not really skates.
Oh,
You don't
okay.
remember seeing that at E3 last year?
No, I don't think so.
That's pretty silly. But yeah, no, it looks like it could be interesting. I don't know if I'd pay $60 for it, but
Yeah.
it looks like a free to play game to me. It looks like a Fortnite type game.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people are comparing it to like oh God, Rocket League.
Yeah.
So I mean, if it's like something like it's like maybe cheaper, like $20 free to play, I mean, definitely check it out.
Mhm.
Looks cool.
Yeah. Next one, and I started this one because it was interesting.
Yes,
But it was
this one
called
was definitely like one of my top games that wasn't a sequel or whatever.
Mhm.
This one looked really cool.
And this one's Kena Bridge of Spirits. Um, I mean, it was like a third-person adventure game, kind of like Disney-esque looking.
Yeah, kind of like maybe like a Pixar kind of movie.
Mhm.
And there's like these little small fuzzy creatures that looks a lot like Pikmin, like the way I feel like because they would like attack other creatures and stuff, and then they would come back to you.
Yeah.
So maybe in the style of like Pikmin or
Overlord.
Overlord, which God, they made some garbage like over the like I don't know, they made a sequel back a couple years ago, and that wasn't that great, but
Like a top-down.
it's a top-down, yeah, Overlord game. So I would love to see an Overlord 3, by the way, but yeah, this one looked really, really cool.
Yeah, it looked awesome. Um, Next up is Goodbye Volcano High.
Yeah,
What do you think about this one? It definitely stood out.
style-wise, it looked fantastic. I feel like it's going to be well. I mean, I don't know what the gameplay is going to be, but it kind of reminded me of like a what's that Ubisoft game? The high school drama game.
Ubisoft.
Oh shoot, what is it called?
Persona?
Strange. Life
Oh,
is Strange.
yeah.
Something maybe like that. I mean, they didn't confirm whether it's gonna be episodic or not or anything like that. But something in like the vein of that maybe. Um, I saw one. I think it was either Giant Bomb or like their kind of like their sister podcast, the Beastcast.
Hmm.
They were talking about how, because it's all like dinosaurs and stuff.
Yeah.
They're talking about like the game ending when like the meteor hits, and that's why like it's so drama heavy that everyone knows they're gonna die.
Oh God, what if? And it's
I was
called
like, that would be,
Goodbye Volcano High, so that could be
yeah,
like a double meaning: graduating high school and graduating life.
yeah. I thought that was pretty
Oh
funny.
man,
And
that
that
would be
actually
like
happened. I was like, dang, I'm like yeah, y'all called it immediately.
that'd be a good twist ending to that game. Or
Yeah, for
like, what if it
sure.
like turned into a horror game at the end?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Cool. What's that? Do you remember? The? It was like a dating sim PC game that turned into a horror game like halfway through. I know Game Grumps played it.
PC Sim.
Dating sim.
I don't think I might not watch that series.
You need to look this. You need to look this game up because I watched the gameplay series and it just like snaps and it turns from a dating sim into like this freaking
Did they know that it was going to turn into a horror?
Dan. Aaron knew, but Dan didn't.
Okay. Well,
So it
that's
was
even
like the
better because
perfect setup.
Dan is like God, like watching Noodle said Dream Daddy.
Stream Daddy,
That's the game that they made.
the ultimate daddy dating simulator.
Yeah. Um yeah, watching them play the PT demo. Oh my God, that was
Mhm.
so much fun. It was so funny to watch.
Yeah, anytime that Aaron knows something that Dan doesn't, and it's like a
Oh
big
yeah, 'cause
story there.
he always like hypes it up and stuff.
Yeah.
Next up is Oddworld Soulstorm. Which Oddworld's a series. So
It
this
is.
is I never played one, but
Has it always been a side-scrolling series? That I do not
I
know.
don't know. I'm not 100% sure.
Also, okay, this
It looks very dark though.
why was the music, or no, not the music. The guy, the developer or something, he said that this game was like something something and hilarious, and then they played like the darkest trailer in the world. And I was like, why did you use the word hilarious?
I think it has like very dark humor. Um,
I guess
yeah,
it has to.
Noodles was saying it was a Oddworld Stranger's Wrath was a first-person shooter.
Oh wow, okay,
So
that's pretty
I've
different
never,
then.
yeah.
Um,
Looked really cool though.
yeah, I can't say it interests me too much.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's hard to interest me with the side scroller. I don't know why. I guess it really depends on the art style of it.
it's because it's not on the Switch.
There you go. That's my problem. I'm a little Switch addict.
Next up is Ghostwire Tokyo. God, this game looked weird.
Yep, looks super weird.
Which
like what-
it's made by the people that made Evil Within. If I'm not
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
okay, I'm right. Okay. So when I first saw that, I was like, maybe Evil Within 3. But yeah, it was weird. It's like takes place in Tokyo, and you fight like I don't know, ring-looking girls. It's
Ring-looking girls and people without heads.
yeah, it was weird. I don't know.
It's like a horror. It's almost like a horror superhero game where you have all these powers.
Yeah, yeah, it was very interesting. People would fly down from the sky and they were glowing and stuff.
Mm-hmm. And
It
this was
looked
announced. It was announced last
yeah.
E3, but like nothing was really shown. It was just I think just the title card and
Mm,
some cinematics. But I'm interested in it. It's not exactly what I expected. I expected it to be more horror focused
mm-hmm.
and less action focused, but it could be really good. Like it's definitely on my list.
Yeah, it looks cool. It's weird because like I feel like this generation or the coming generation, like there's been a lot of like horror games and just creepy games shown, which is I'm down for. Like I love that type of stuff.
I think we're reaching a point graphically where what is it? What is it? The Uncanny Valley is
Mm-hmm.
like at its peak,
Yeah, yeah,
and it's just like the perfect landscape for horror games.
yeah, yeah. I can't. I like horror games is some of my favorite genres. Whether it's first person, third person, whatever.
Yeah,
But yeah, it looks interesting.
for sure.
For sure. So hopefully we'll get some more stuff later on with that one. Next up was Jet: The Far Shore. I'm trying to remember this one.
This one you were controlling a ship, and it was kind of like not a side scroller per
Oh
se.
yes, yes.
You're
Okay.
saving humanity. I guess you're trying to expand beyond Earth. So you're like searching for a new habitable
I
planet.
did see that one because that was like Earth it was like dying or something like that.
Mhm.
Okay, I do remember that one.
I feel like this one's gonna be pretty emotional, like
Probably.
a lot of space exploration games are.
Mm-hmm.
It reminded me of Outer Wilds, just kind of
I
in
still need to go
theme.
back. I need to go back and play that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it looks cool.
I'm all about space games. I love like space exploration and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Next up was Godfall, which this game I just feel like is gonna suck.
Yeah, I hate dubstep so much, and every time Gearbox uses dubstep in a freaking
Which is
game
with
trailer,
everything.
Yeah.
Like I used to be really high on Gearbox, but not anymore.
They don't have any personality in their games.
Yeah,
Well,
they
their
don't.
personalities suck in their games, I
And I also
guess.
feel like their CEO, Randy
Brand
Pitchford, is kind of
the magician.
a piece of crap human being.
Yeah.
So there's that. But yeah, even when they first announced this thing, what was it at the Game Awards last year? It just I could tell it just looked awful and looked like it was some sort of like free to play. I don't know. Maybe it could be great. I mean, I don't want to like down the game and like the developers and stuff, but yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't look super awesome.
It looks like they took a Dark Souls 1
Yeah.
boss and just did that over and
Yeah.
over again, which is fun for some time.
Yeah,
but,
not for like everything. So.
Yeah.
I don't know. It could be like the next Fortnite or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's a looter brawler. I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of what they're marketing it as.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be cool. It could be very cool.
Mhm.
What's next? Solar Ash.
So
This looked cool.
It's from the same creators as Hyperlight Drifter.
Yeah.
So it looks like that, except this is like a 3D or third person Hyperlight Drifter. They didn't show much on it aside from that first little area.
Yeah, the art style looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I mean, I've never played. Did you ever play Hyperlight Drifter?
I've only heard good things about it though.
Yeah, that's all I've heard too. Maybe I'll check that out at some point.
Yeah.
Hitman 3 got announced. Are you excited about this at all? I played a little bit of like the reboot, I guess, of Hitman. I didn't touch 2. Because I know like Hitman 1, they did it in like an episodic kind of like style, whatever. And then with Hitman 2, they just released it all together. They still do like add-ons and stuff to the game.
Oh.
So they still support it pretty well.
Are they
I'm
long
not
games? Like, is there like a meaningful story behind them, or is it just like here's your
there is.
contract?
I think it's more of you're placed in an environment and there's a tons of replayability to it. But that's kind of all I can think of.
Okay.
I've never really been super into Hitman over the
Yeah.
years.
It's never really stood out to me.
Yeah.
Never interested me that much.
Next up was Astro's Playroom, which is Astro is a PS4 mascot.
He was the
I guess
PSVR mascot.
Okay. I knew he looked familiar. I didn't know where he was from.
He was in one of the demos for PSVR, and it was like a 3D platformer, and it was super super cool to play that in VR. And then they released a full game called Astrobot Rescue or something like that. I guess this is just kind of an extension of that.
Okay, cool.
I think that announcement is exciting for people who have played like the Rescue Astrobot game, whatever it was called.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm. Next one is Little Devil Inside.
I don't remember this one at all. Is this the one that was like? Do you remember this one?
It's the one where you're kind of playing inside of a human, or that's what they're alluding to in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Where, like, it shows like an old guy like walking down the street and using the bathroom, and all of that is kind of reflected in the world as well, or in like the little guy's world as well.
Yeah.
It looks like a third-person adventure game.
Okay. The only thing I've heard recently about it since like the announcement is like the developers came out and said they were going to change like some of the character models or something because they were racist or something. People depicted them as something like that.
I didn't notice that, so I'll have to go back and look.
But I can't. I feel like I vaguely remember the trailer, but I'm not 100% sure. But
yeah, looks
cool.
Could be cool.
Next up is NBA Sweating in a Room edition.
What a boring trailer.
I mean, I've played a little bit of NBA 2K before. It's cool. It's a basketball game. I mean, if you're into that, but it was just Zion Williamson sweating, like over sweating. Like no one sweats that much,
especially when they're playing by themselves.
Yeah, which is funny because like I've heard people talk about if they're gonna put in a mode where you can take away the audience because of like what's been going on and stuff.
No cheers at all when you get a 3-pointer.
Yeah, that'd be super funny.
I mean, like, what do they need to do for a trailer, right? It's gonna sell. It's gonna sell every year.
Yeah.
They just need a trailer that's saying it's happening.
Yeah,
even
pretty much.
That is kind of overkill.
Yeah. Next up is the weirdest probably game that was announced.
Ooh.
Bug Snacks. Yeah, like when the guy eats the sentient strawberry. It was weird.
He gets a strawberry on his arm.
Yeah.
It's from the same creators as Octodad, so that I can explain some of the weirdness.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I feel like it's gonna get really dark.
You think so?
Yeah, I hope so. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, you had like some weird creatures, and then like you eating them, you could switch up like your style or whatever, like your cosmetics and stuff. It was weird, man.
I don't know how it's gonna play at all, but
it looks interesting. I'm curious. It'll be out this year too, so we'll see. Next up, the long rumored Demon Souls finally got announced.
Not gonna lie, I thought this was Elder Scrolls 6 at first when they were doing like the pan over the world.
I don't think it ever gave me that vibe.
I was vibing pretty hard.
But as soon as I saw like that giant with the giant axe, I was like, Demon Souls?
Yeah, it looks incredible. I've never played Demon Souls, but
Yep.
if I get the PS5, which we'll see, that's definitely on my must-have list.
Yeah, I don't expect to see Elder Scrolls 6 until like, I don't know, like 2022, 23 maybe.
Like at the earliest.
Yeah, I don't even understand why they even showed it
Teased it.
off. I think it was just because like they announced like that garbage Fallout 76 and just needed something.
Needed something else.
Yeah. To kind of fluff their E3 reveal, whatever. But let's see what's next here.
This was kind of the start of their final push.
Yeah.
And this was like a bunch of big games.
Yep.
Their next one was Deathloop. This was a Bethesda game.
Yep, made by Arcane developers of
Dishonored.
Dishonored. Yep.
Yep. Looks really cool. Looks like a, what is it called? Roguelike first person shooter.
Yeah, like another weird roguelike first person shooter. Definitely looks like
Dishonored.
Dishonored. I don't know why I keep farting on Dishonored, but yeah, even like the warping and stuff, it looked exactly like Dishonored. So definitely heavily influenced by that for sure.
For sure. But the story looks cool, like killing the eight people and there's an assassin chasing you. I don't know if I'll get it, but it looks pretty interesting.
Yeah, it looked cool, but it didn't like blow me away by any means. I don't know. But what's coming next?
I think Resident Evil 8.
Oh.
No, I'm sorry. Resident Evil Village is coming next.
So everything that was rumored, like to a T, was all true. Like werewolves, witches,
the village.
Like, oh, man, dude, it looks weird. People were dogging on it, like, oh, it's not Resident Evil, but whatever, man. Like, who cares?
Resident Evil isn't Resident Evil.
Yeah, it's a sequel to 7. You play as Ethan again, Ethan Winters. Chris does like a little, I don't know, spoilers, I guess. He kills
Mia.
Supposedly kills Mia, your girlfriend from the first one that you saved. Or didn't save? I can't remember.
You did. You saved her.
Okay.
Yeah. Chris looks so jacked. He looks, man.
That's what people were saying. They were like, man, we miss like jacked Resident Evil 5 Chris. Like that was punching boulders by the end. So
man, they cannot figure out how they want Chris to look.
No, they can't. Well, he looked like he was unrecognizable into 7. Unless he said his name, you would never know who it was.
Yeah.
But I'm all in, man. Like the first person Resident Evils, or 7 at least, blown away. I was like blown away by that game.
Dude, it looks freaking incredible. I cannot wait. It's the game I'm most excited for out of every game that was announced.
Yeah, that was like the number one game that I was looking forward to like seeing the trailer for, and they showed it.
There were some weird, like, it almost looked like there's some frame rate issues.
I think that was just, and maybe because they were pushing it out over the internet. I don't know. Yeah, a lot of people were saying that it looks pretty bad. Like frames are dropping and stuff. So I don't know what the deal with that is.
I don't think that's how it will end up.
No, I don't think so at all. Well, I hope not, at least. But yeah, I think that was just like a weird, I don't know, optimization or something. I don't know.
So we could see Chris as an antagonist in this one. I mean,
I don't think he's gonna be one. I think it's just kind of like a play on it, I guess.
A little bait and switch
kind of thing. But we'll see. I mean, who knows? I mean, maybe he's got like a freaking parasite inside of him or something. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, I think that scene was definitely like at the beginning of the game, though.
Well, that's what that leak had revealed, that it's at the very beginning of the game. Chris breaks into your house, kills Mia, and then is like, "You got to come with me," or something like that. So who knows? Next up is Pragmata.
You mean Death Stranding?
Oh my god! Like I thought it was like. So I was of two minds. I thought it was a Kojima game because as bonkers as it was, but then when like you saw like the guy's spacesuit at the very beginning, it almost looked like Dead Space for a second with like the helmet design. So I was like, no way are they gonna do another Dead Space.
That'd be crazy.
That would have blown me out of the freaking water if they did that. But it looked cool. It was definitely a weird sci-fi Kojima game. I don't know.
It's made by Square, right?
The description I'm saying, I don't know who makes it.
No, it's Capcom.
Yes, it is Capcom. You're right.
Because I keep seeing these ads on Twitter about Resident Evil 8 and Pragmata both coming to Xbox as well as PS4.
Okay.
Xbox is like, it's coming to our platform too.
Yeah, they weren't. I mean, and I guess it's always weird when they do like specific showcases with like Sony or Microsoft. You don't really know
like where it's coming
where it's coming from. Like, is it exclusive? Who knows? Even like with Spider-Man, like, do we know if it's coming to PS4 or is it just coming to PS5? Like, because I think one of the titles it had said specifically that it's coming to PS5 or like exclusive to PS5 or something. I don't know.
And then Spider-Man didn't say that.
It didn't say that, or I don't think anything else said that. So it was weird.
Yeah.
But next up is Horizon. What?
Just one more thing on Pragmata. Release date is 2022.
Yeah, so it's a ways off. Yeah, I'm not. As I've gotten older, I kind of don't like when you know about games this early on because you tend to forget about them until they do another trailer. Because they'll do one at E3 and then the next year they'll do another one usually.
It's like I just don't really care until it's close.
Yeah, I've always kind of liked Bethesda's approach especially with like Fallout. They've always announced it at E3 and then it comes out like in November or something, or August or October. So I kind of like the reveal it and then get like the marketing going for it. Mm-hmm. Get people hyped up and say, by the way, it's coming out in 5 months.
Exactly. So we could have waited on this one for sure.
Yeah, I mean it looks really cool.
It does.
It looks very, very, very super heavy sci-fi, which I'm all about.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like it's a ways off. But
and then lastly, we have Horizon.
Horizon.
West.
Yep, Forbidden West. You definitely played Horizon, right?
Yeah, I played Horizon.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, first one was incredible.
Yeah. This one looks fantastic.
It looks sick. It looks really good.
Yeah. The story, I guess, is there's like a plague that's like attacking the local wildlife, which there's actually like real wildlife now in the game. Was there real wildlife in the first one? I can't remember. Not. No. Or was it just the robotic?
I think it was just the robotic.
Okay.
Creatures, from what I remember.
Okay, so that's kind of like the story and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aloy's back. I mean, I always love like a really strong like female antagonist or protagonist. Mm-hmm. Tomb Raider, this
Uncharted, Lost Legacy.
Yeah, so always nice to get that variance going in gaming.
Yeah, I think this was a great game to end on.
Yeah. Were you surprised that we didn't get like a God of War?
Yeah, I was kind of expecting it. I was hoping for a God of War.
Because God of War came out in what, 2017 or 2016?
It was 2017.
It was 2017?
Because they announced it at E3 2016, and then it came out the next year. It was April or May of 2017, I think. Bless you, I think.
Yeah, no, it was 2018. April 20th, 2018.
Oh wow. Okay, so they're probably not even close.
No, I thought it was earlier than that.
Yeah.
Because I was kind of surprised to see Spider-Man. That came out in September. And then Horizon, God, they had like two great years. Horizon Zero Dawn was 2017. Spider-Man was 2018. God of War was 2018. Dang, okay. So yeah, we probably won't see that for a while then.
Yeah, that's okay. They can take their time with that one.
Oh yeah. I'm fully trusted with them, with making that sequel.
Good. Yeah.
That game was. I don't know if it was game of the generation or not, but man, it was quite good.
Definitely like my favorite game of that year.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
think.
I never touched Spider-Man that year, so I don't know, man. That was a fantastic game. Yeah, super looking forward to Horizon.
Mhm.
I absolutely love that game. And then they kind of no one knew if they were going to reveal what the console looked like. I don't think anybody expected it because like the kind of expectation that Sony had set that it was just PS5 games
Yeah.
that they were going to announce. But then they did it. They started showing the control, and I was like, no, they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. And
They
then
had that really long.
and boy, did they pop that collar on that console, man. They got that thing going. So
Uh,
how do you feel about the design?
I love it. I think it looks really cool. I'm so glad they went away from their old design. I like how weird it is. I
Yeah,
like how it looks like a freaking Wi-Fi router.
yeah,
It
it's like
looks like a
super. It's
fan.
super, but that's kind of like because like the controller looks so futuristic.
Mhm.
Even though it was only two tone or whatever, like it was two tone or whatever. Um, yeah, I think it looks cool. I think it was smart that they announced a digital version versus and the disc up front, which is cool. Which one do you plan on getting?
I'll probably get the disc version.
This version?
Well, it depends on how big the variance price is.
Yeah, I can't imagine that it's any more than $50.
But I love me some Black Friday
Yeah,
sales.
yeah.
Can't beat those.
I'm thinking price wise, because they didn't announce price or anything. I mean, 500. I just don't expect any less than 500 for these machines.
Yeah, just
I,
based off of what we're hearing, like
yeah,
500,
and
600 sounds
I
about right.
know that they're at a stalemate is who's going to announce their price first because I feel like the other one's going to want to like undercut it by at least $50.
Yep.
Um, but I'm thinking at least 500 for this thing, 450, if not 400 for the discless. Maybe there's a smaller hard drive. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
I can see them maybe going down to a terabyte hard drive, but anything they cannot go less than a
Well,
terabyte.
they're already at a terabyte hard drive with what they have now. And
The current.
it's like 800. It's like weird. It's like 865 or 875 or something like that.
Mhm.
Um, so maybe it'll just be diskless. And it's just like a $50 reduction or I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna do it.
Well, you think about it though. If they're going diskless, then they
I'd imagine they would
theoretically should
want.
have more space.
Yeah, but you got to install games too, so it doesn't really matter, I guess,
Yeah.
because you have to install everything. Um, but I've heard rumors that since not rumors, but since uh, just the way these machines work and with like their SSDs versus like the hard drive, like actual hard drives,
Mhm.
um, games theoretically should be smaller next gen. Theoretically, we'll see how that happens, but they should be smaller. They shouldn't be. I mean, you got Call of
As
Duty now that's like 100 freaking 20 gigabytes.
I think it's more now with the
Yeah,
latest update. I think it's pushing 200.
that's ridiculous. So, I mean, theoretically, everything should start getting smaller.
Mhm.
But we'll see. Um, they also announced like the headphones and like that little charging stand. Do you think that comes with the console, or do you think they were just kind of announcing that as well? Because it was kind of confusing.
I think that's a I think that'd be a bundle, if anything. I don't think it would come with the base console.
I mean, because they said it $500 and you get all that, then I think that would probably be pretty
So
cool.
that's a good move.
Um, but yeah, I mean, it's two tone, just like the controller.
Mhm.
Uh, I mean, it's very different. It looks like a mock-up model, like honestly, but
Yeah.
I'm digging it. I think it's cool looking. I
I
could
like how you
definitely.
can. Oh, sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
No, you go ahead.
I like how you can like lay it down on its side,
Yeah,
even though they
I
didn't
think
really
you need
show
a
that.
stand though. I think you have to have like a little stand underneath it to do so. But I'm assuming that comes
Mm.
with it. Um, but yeah, it looks interesting.
Yeah.
They're
I'm
still
pumped.
like kind of vague whether or not like, and this is the way Sony's been for like the whole next gen is like whether or not you can like use older controllers and stuff with the PS5.
Mhm.
So we still don't know a lot of stuff about that. But knowing what you know now, are you still getting the Xbox? Or are you going to go PS5?
I'll
Granted,
tell you what.
we still have Microsoft Showcase next month with their first party stuff. So that, I mean, our opinions may differ in a month, but what you know now versus the Xbox, what's the day one, or what's the first console I should say you want to get?
I don't know. It's really hard to say without having seen Microsoft's
Yeah.
conference or whatever have
I
you.
mean, knowing you're gonna get Halo 5 or Halo 6 down day one, free with Game Pass,
Hmm.
and assuming some other stuff as well.
I think I still might be on Xbox.
Yeah, I think so too. I just the fact that you can use all your controllers, the fact that when this thing launches, you're gonna have thousands of games to play. I mean, I know you're not gonna play all that stuff, but it's nice to have it there with all their backwards compatibility and stuff. With a really great Game Pass. I mean, there's been so many good games on Game Pass. I think I'm still
on the Xbox
still
train.
an Xbox train.
And RE8 isn't exclusive, so
No.
it's like.
Yeah. Well, is Demon Souls exclusive?
Yeah,
It is.
That's their.
Okay. Well, I told Brittany, I was like, I might be dropping like $1,000 to get both on day one, but not really. But
we will see.
Yeah,
God, it's soon, man.
It looks cool. Lots of really great games announced. There's a few weird ones and some, I don't know, stuff that didn't get me like super hyped or anything, but good stuff got announced. I'm glad we finally got to see the freaking machine.
Finally.
Right. I mean, they've got to be announcing the price soon for both these machines. I mean, they've got to start marketing and getting pre-orders in and stuff. Things are coming out in like September, October, November timeframe.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got to now. They got to like someone's got to go first and announce these prices.
They got to give GameStop time to get their pre-order deals.
Got to save the company.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
Yeah. No, it was. Whether I'm getting it or not, it was a very, very exciting conference.
Yeah. I mean, I'll imagine that I'll probably, because I've always gotten the Xbox first and then gotten the PS3, 4 later. So I'll imagine I'll probably like get Xbox One or get the Xbox day one and then maybe waiting around my birthday time frame to get the PS5, something like that.
A few months, something like that.
Just because like Spider-Man, I can wait to play. Horizon, did they do it? Did they announce that release date for that? Okay. Assuming maybe next year. Oh, it's definitely not coming out this year. Right. They would have said that. So probably holiday next year. So I think I can wait on what they've got coming for the PS5.
I think so too.
Spider-Man's the only like really thing I want to play now that I know that's coming at launch. So we'll see. And that might even come on the PS4. We don't know yet. But any last thoughts you have for this reveal? This showcase?
No last thoughts. I just thought it was really good.
Yeah, it was solid. Yeah, hopefully Microsoft comes out swinging next month, just because they've been doing so well with just kind of letting people know what's going on with the console and stuff. That hopefully they can kind of nail their first party stuff.
Yeah, I think they will.
Yeah, that is going to do the show this week. We probably should have said up top that we changed our day to Mondays now. Me and Nick were discussing last week that just like on Sundays, like after you're with the weekend, you kind of just want to relax and stuff. So for the time being, we'll be switching over to Mondays. That way we don't feel like super rushed after the weekend is over. We'll definitely be switching back on Sundays once you go back to like your busy season. But for the time being, we're going to stick with Mondays. So you expect everything just to fall a day later. Like the actual RSS feed version will be up on Tuesdays, YouTube, Wednesdays, all that good stuff. Yeah. But yeah, if you want to send emails over to gamingwiththebros@yahoo.com, Let us know what you guys thought of the PS5 reveal, and how you feel about next generation. What consoles are you guys getting? What's going to be day one for y'all?
What's the game that decides the fate of the next console you're getting?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Any other suggestions or like segments you'd like us to like kind of incorporate into the podcast? I know we've kind of tried some stuff in the past, with like the music and kind of the topic of the week, but it's hard to kind of put that stuff every week.
We've just been chilling lately. We've just been rolling with it.
Yeah, we've been going with the flow.
Yeah.
I am going to try streaming wise. I'm going to try to start trying to stream like every Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe Thursday. So you can follow me over at twitch.tv/AtomicReptar92.
Mm-hmm.
Nick's over on YouTube at Nick VP95.
If you want to see
skateboarding videos. He's got some music up there too.
Yeah.
Catch him on SoundCloud as well. But yeah, that's going to do the show. I appreciate everyone that watched live. That's going to catch the show later on. And yeah, appreciate you guys.
Bye-bye. Thank you.